I'm here. Welcome to episode 25 of This and That. Property or off property? Dave, right now.
What the heck was that?
I have no clue.
Not too many times you get to see someone roll. We saw it once before from Corey, and that was pretty good, I must say, considering
what?
Well, considering that we just thought of that like a minute before we started.
Yeah, I will give him credit. I would say not quite as good as Corey.
No, it's horrible,
but very good. But very good.
I thought it was
you kind of rolled sideways, not like up and over.
Yeah, you kind of rolled off,
which is fine. I mean, that's totally. That's.
Do you want to try it again?
I mean, obviously.
All right.
Yeah, you should try it again.
All right, everyone, just stop and rewind, and
episode 25.
Go.
So we're doing this shit. I don't know how that happened.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I am.
You didn't snap your neck. That's a good thing.
Maybe we should quit making Dave do ninja rolls.
Brandy's like, oh Lord.
Oh my gosh.
Poor Dave.
What's up, guys? Happy Wednesday.
Yes, welcome. Episode 25. We are one away from a whole 6 months doing this.
That's so crazy.
Half a year.
We're gonna have to do something special next week.
You know what the best part is, though, is that people think we've been together all of our lives.
100%.
We haven't.
I feel like we've been together all of our lives.
I feel that way too, except I wish it was true that we had been.
I feel like in a way, if you think about just kind of going back to how life started in general, we do have a connection through mud, basically, because we all were kind of formed out of mud,
clay,
and essentially we're little bits and pieces of mud that have been connected together, or clay rather, and stuck somehow together. So I feel like that makes perfect sense.
I feel like I feel like your illness is getting to your head.
Dave, go ahead, buddy.
I feel like that was the worst biology lesson ever assembled.
Well, it's a good thing I'm not a biology teacher. But
it's a good thing that was true. Geology too.
I am a
biogeology.
I'm a teacher of life lessons.
So you're a life coach
and philosophy. Ooh. So I do teach like philosophical type things that you can learn from, such as us being made by clay. Because yes, Dave, go ahead.
So I just want to throw this out there.
No,
someone write this down. Probably Zip. We need to do a whole month where Shep is a life coach for one of the other three of us.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh.
Okay, life coach.
And we do what he says for a month.
Oh, I'm not sure about that.
Yes, I like that.
I think can we do February since it's the shortest month?
Yeah, that's fine. It's not this year. It's 29 days, but whatevs.
I agree.
It's a leap year.
It is a leap year.
Next year is a leap year.
Next year is a leap year. You mean 2020 is a leap year or 2021 is a leap year?
2020.
2020 is a leap year. Yeah.
So we can mold
coming year.
We can kind of start where I was molded out of clay as Adam.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
And
we're going there, huh?
You're that old, huh?
I'm that. Yeah, it's
we're totally going there.
It's crazy. And Ian is molded as Eve.
Oh, geez.
So
we don't need to hear about that story.
So in a sense, it makes perfect sense.
It does make perfect sense. David?
This cannot be flagged as for children. This cannot be flagged as for children and adults. It needs to be flagged as just for adults.
I would say so.
Yeah.
To all you creators out there, welcome to the new world.
Yeah. The craziness that has ensued over YouTube that's a whole other topic.
Yeah, well, real quick on that topic though, when I told you got the email
stupid.
And you guys said you didn't get it, I thought it was just because I zip slipped like 21 episodes ago. I was like, how come I'm the only one getting this email? And you guys aren't. Sorry.
Everybody's sick. Just I mean, if you haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm good.
I think I'm okay. I had a little sore throat, but I'm drinking tea. But these two over here.
Yeah, I'm miserable. I might not making the whole stream, guys. Sorry.
You might not make 15 minutes, you said.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to stick it out, but I'm hurting.
You look like you're hurting.
But you guys make me happy. So
I know what it is. The beard's gone.
I just shaved it a little while ago and took a shower.
I thought you were going with the beard though.
Yeah.
I was, and then I don't know. I took a hot shower and shaved and trying to feel better. But it's not there. It's not there. It'll be back tomorrow though. So if we go live tomorrow, it'll be back.
Yeah, I was a little under the weather when I got home as well, and then I've just been I took some ibuprofen and I've been feeling a little bit better. So
ibuprofen, not a sponsor.
Yeah, not a sponsor yet.
I've been out of work for 2 days. I'm hoping to go back tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow, I'm sure. But anyway, I'm just happy to be here with you guys.
We all know the real reason why you stayed home the last couple of days.
Well, not yesterday because I couldn't figure out how to download it.
He stayed at home yesterday to figure out how to download it.
Oh no,
He's the only one that gets to stream the entirety of The Mandalorian somehow.
Oh my! And not only once, but I just watched it again with Nicole, and you guys.
I haven't watched it yet. Shut your mouth.
I'm shutting it. Yeah, I'm shutting it. Yeah, no spoilers in the chat.
I'm watching it tomorrow.
3 of us have not seen The Mandalorian yet, and some of us on purpose. But Zip's the only one that's seen it. No discussing The Mandalorian whatsoever.
No zip slips or anything.
Yep.
And I mean that in a pure.
We will ban you tonight if you start talking about it.
Yeah.
Hey, Brandy, go get the Costa.
Brandy, go get the Kylo Ren lookalike.
Well, everyone, welcome. Episode 25 on property off versus off property. And what's the better one? What's the better choice
for
you?
Oh.
And thankfully, I'm joined with these other 3 fine gentlemen who Zip should be wearing a mask because I don't want to get sicker than I am.
Me too. I think I'm going to just put this on just to make sure I don't get sick from you guys.
That's a good point.
There we go. We're good.
I have one of those too. I should have put on.
You know the messed up part is that I have one of those that I could have put on too, and I'm not.
Oh my god, that would have been hilarious if we all had them on.
Under Armour, not a sponsor.
Neither is 3M. We make the best mask in the world. I was going to put one of those ones that have the charcoal filters hanging off the sides and everything. I thought that was a little bit too much.
Yeah.
No, you should have.
No, definitely should have.
But
I wanted to be.
So
it looks like Bane's mask.
We'll chit chat about different things, sort of in that topic ballpark. Zip has been very sick the last few days, so we're going to try not to let him stay too long because he's got to get some rest.
And I'll just touch base on my personal experience with that. I have like 2 phases of my life where, when I was with my parents. Go ahead, Steve.
Are we ever going to say hi to the chat?
Yeah,
we're going to do that right now.
Right now, go ahead.
And then Zip can do his thing.
Yeah.
So everyone in the chat.
Eventually it's going to get a little long, and I'm going to be a little behind.
Yeah,
so.
Totally forgot about that.
Steve, take it away.
Wait a minute, let me get a little sip of tea here just to make sure it's good.
Oh, I wish I had tea right now.
Oh, it's still warm.
Steve, can I have a sip?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, hey, we have
Zip. Do you want some tea? It's adult tea.
Oh,
Whoa,
lemon
That's not
salsa.
what I-
Thank you.
lemon seltzer. Okay, here we go.
All right, who's set the? I'm gonna set the timer. Hold on.
Oh, is this a speed race? Because I can do it fast.
my dad's watching, so you're gonna have to be on.
Papa
on
Shep.
point.
Okay, if I can do it in under a minute, Papa Shep comes on my show.
He's actually he's the one that texted me saying, "Don't forget to talk about Adam and Eve." And I said, "Okay."
Jenna.
So, just out of curiosity, real quick, then does that make your dad God?
No.
Oh.
Jenna.
Hey, why don't you go backwards tonight?
Hold on,
Steve?
I'm gonna set a timer.
We go backwards?
We'll jump if you go backwards.
Might.
Yep.
We'll try.
All right, here we go.
Ready? I'll go backwards.
Dave, your arms look jacked that way.
Well, thank you. I've been in the gym.
Have you been?
I haven't done anything, but
Have you been
He's been in it.
running?
He walked by and said hello to everyone. And,
All right, listen.
left.
I'm gonna start the timer right now. Here we go.
The gym
And
nap.
go.
Wait, can I go backwards or forwards?
Go both ways.
Whatever you want.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I gotta do a stopwatch. I can't do a timer. So ready, go.
Mike Wheeler, Paper, Scissors, and Vacations, Oh My, Rocket Robin, Don Anderson, Fullen, Brian Eisenhart, Leanne Sherbick, Julie McCowan, Marshmallow Man, Andrew Houston, Samantha Lowe, Ryan McDowell, Tammy Ibarra, Tracy G. Alex, Donna Jaworski, Dances with Goofy, Two Real Geeks, Pam's Fan, Blue Nose 352, Rachel Rob Fuzz's biggest fan, Lady Jamers, Miguel Daniel, Pass Holder, Brandy and Dave, Captain Akron 27, Karen Cook, Alex Bruner, The Sister Gigi, Keystone 76, Sarah 4382, Myers and the Mouse, Judy Hazel, Paul McDonald, LSU Mom, Donna Jaworski, AGC Magic TV, Gary B, Pearl Manhattan, Jonathan Chong, Cody Hankins, Julie C, Christine Hickman, Marguerite Nagy, Michelle the Quilter, Noah the Disney World Fan 16, Stacey Rogers, Joe Pompoli, Rob Fuzz, Avery the Cuban American, and Jenna Resort TV 1.
Nope, you missed someone.
Who did I miss?
Me.
You're not in the chat.
I am.
He's in it.
Type it then. No, Zippity Doo Dad.
Boom.
It was a lot quicker than that. That Zippity Doo Dad don't count.
Look at that autofocus. Face.
The autofocus is much better than you getting up and putting it up in your nostril.
Face.
Wow, that's right on point. I liked how the lights were like going on and off like you did that. Watch the tree lights. Ready?
On? Oh.
Well, now you can't see the tree. There you go. Tree lights. Tree lights.
That's the bokeh background.
So welcome in, everyone. Thank you all for being here. We greatly appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. Make sure you hit the like button.
Yes.
And
yes,
welcome
yes.
in, Dreamer Deborah.
Dreamer Deborah, what's up?
I need more tea.
So Zip.
Yes.
Tell us your. Oh.
If Dave doesn't have a Brandy laugh track with him, why is he even here? Stacey would like to know.
That's a fair statement.
Dale, what's up, buddy?
I set the timer and the timer went off. Oops. Dale, what's up, dude?
What up, Dale?
Cody Hankins, how you doing?
Hi, Dale.
So yes, Zip.
Yeah.
Let's hear your expert.
I don't know if it's so much an expert. I was just going to say I had two phases of my life. One was with my parents.
I'm pretty.
I'm pretty here.
Pretty. What's up? I'm pretty. From the ages of like 5 to 13th, where we went at least once a year to Disney, and we always stayed off property. And back 30 years ago, I think there was only the Contemporary, Polynesian, and the Grand Flow as the 3 Disney hotels. So we never stayed on property. We always stayed off property. And I think there was like a Holiday Inn on that main boulevard, which all I cared about was the pool, just like my son does now. He could care less about the parks and rather be in the pools. But now that we've gone 10 times over the last 2.5 years, we've only stayed on property. So I've never, I've had the on property, off property, full experience. And obviously on property is where it's at.
In your opinion.
In my opinion. But yeah, I mean, it depends on what you want to spend, how many people are going, if you want to rent a house. Where it's at. Oh.
Welcome in, Anthony Manzano.
But my experience lately would only be on property is what I was getting to, really. Sorry, I'm off my game tonight, guys. I'm like, zip trip.
Well, we are only human, and we do get sick. And the best thing you can do is get rest and get better.
I know.
And drink from a scar mug.
Is that a ska mug? Is that from the Christmas tree? I mean, the Christmas tree. The Disney
Christmas
store?
tree shop?
The Christmas tree shop?
It's a scar mug that I got from the Disney store.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Cool. It says, "Forgive me for not leaping for joy." So,
real cool.
And Anthony, we'll get into it, but I have not stayed off property. So I can't recommend anything. I apologize.
Corey Fiasco. What's up, dude?
What's up, Corey?
The Christmas tree shop is where it's at.
Yeah.
He's a New England boy.
Yeah,
he knows it.
Yes.
That's great.
Got to stay on property 100%, Corey. I totally agree, brother.
Yeah.
Yep. I agree. But we will dive very deep into the inner workings of on property. And then we'll dive even deeper into the inner works of off property. And then there's that middle ground of on-off property. Yes, Dave.
I'm concerned that you just completely oversold this episode. like people feel that they're going to get real information.
Guys, real quick, we have a quick special guest.
PJ!
Hi.
Hey, nice neck pillow.
He's got his neck pillow. That's his Disney Plus neck pillow.
Yeah, no doubt. What'd you watch today, PJ?
I watched Forky, What is Money?
Yes. Hey, don't spoil the Mandalorian. They didn't see it, so don't tell them anything that happens.
Did you know at the end of that Forky thing, we didn't watch it? He's like, "Hey, look what I can do," when he rolls his eyes again.
Oh, I've seen it. Yeah, the Forky one's pretty great. Ask Forky a question.
I know. Let's do isn't it like in 2 days? Is there a new one? Right?
I don't know, Steve. Do they Friday? There's a new one.
Oh, why is
Mandalorian
there a
of
doodle over
Forky.
there on Snickers?
Why is there a doodle? Why is there a
Snickers.
doodle Snickers over there? He said, a Snickerdoodle.
Oh, you have a Snickerdoodle?
Show Shep your Snickerdoodle. Well, he took the sticker off.
Aw.
Hey, Corey Fiasco's in the chat, buddy. You remember Corey you traded pins with?
Oh,
The pin master? Tell him hi.
Hi.
Are you going to bed?
Doodle.
I don't want to get you sick, bud. So I'll talk to you later, okay?
Okay,
Love you.
I'm going to mom's bed.
All right. He's like, going to mom's bed.
Mama.
Shut the door, bud. Thanks.
Isn't it amazing how quickly sickness goes through the house?
He's the only one that hasn't got sick. So Nicole was sick first, and then then
you got it.
Yeah, and then I got it.
See, I know mine's just a sinus infection, so it's not like it's like a normal kind of bug.
I got
So
everything. I
get
everything.
it all the time, so I know it's just something that's just is what it is type of deal. But what you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Yeah, but did you guys see the Forky? Ask Forky a question.
Yes.
I haven't seen that yet.
What
You doing baseball signs with Dave?
at the beginning when
Pop it off.
how we do Pam and Pan, Forky was doing hand instead of ham.
Yes.
Oh my god, that was hilarious.
You guys are
There-
off tonight a little bit.
No,
Yeah.
and I'm just thinking because Disney Plus is, and we might as well just chat about that for a minute because it's kind of like the biggest thing that happened in a long time.
No spoilers on any show, though.
I didn't. So
None.
I happened to wake up the other morning.
Welcome in, little darling.
It was like 1:45 or so, Tuesday morning, because Abe Cash had woke up, and I was up with him for a little bit, and I just happened to go on and check, and everything up until that point was like 6:00 a.m. start for Disney Plus. It was like the countdown was on and stuff, and I happened to go on the website, and the whole countdown was gone.
Yep.
And there was just a login. And I was like, huh, that's weird. So I went and logged in, and boom, here I am looking at Disney Plus at 1:45 on Tuesday morning. And I was pretty excited.
You could get in?
I got in. Oh yeah,
they released it early.
I actually started watching Darkwing Duck. Christie's Corner, what's up?
And welcome in Tanya J as well, and Pearl Manhattan. You are welcome.
What's up, guys?
I started watching Darkwing Duck because I grew up watching that. That's one of the best cartoon shows growing up, and it was amazing. It was amazing. And Leanne, I had watched Steamboat Willie with Abe. That was the first thing we watched yesterday afternoon when Abe got home.
Steamboat Willie was the very first thing I watched.
That was the first thing PJ watched too. Yep.
And I'm kind of disappointed with the whole downloading system now that I know what it is. It's not what I thought it was going to be. So you
I don't know anything about that.
You cannot. What my plan was to download everything I could download onto a hard drive, because what it is if you have it and they pull it off the network and you can log in, you can do it. You have to download it. It downloads within the app itself. It will not download on a computer at all. It's only phones and iPads.
Gotcha.
So
and it's only probably for a certain amount of time, because that's what Netflix is. It's only like available for like 20 days or whatever, like 10 days maybe.
Yeah, whatever it is. Yeah, but my point, exactly. My point though was I was going to download it all, but see, the thing with Disney Plus is when it goes off of Disney Plus,
it goes off.
If you have it downloaded, you have it forever to continuously play.
Oh, really?
So that's why I wanted to download all the series and all this stuff, because when they take it off, I would still have it. You cannot download on the computer, which makes my hard drives null and void. So I only have the space that I have available on my iPad and my
but can't
phone.
you use the USB thing?
No.
Oh,
really?
Nope.
That stinks.
Yep.
That does put a damper.
Yeah.
What it does is it downloads it with inside the app.
I was so like lost. I mean, not really lost, but like when I first started looking through the menus, because it's really neat how they have it laid out. Because you have
it's a lot like Netflix.
Yeah, but you have like Disney, Star Wars, Marvel, and you got the little boxes across the top underneath underneath the highlighted.
Welcome in, Suki Smackhouse.
What's up, Suki?
You also got National Geographic on there as well.
Yeah. So it's nice how it's laid out. And when I first started kind of poking through and going through like the main screen, I was like, oh, I guess they didn't really release everything. It must just be like they released it over time. And then when I actually started searching for stuff and then realized, oh, it's all there. Tracy, what's up, dude? Hope you're having fun down there.
What up, Trace?
What's up, Tracy?
Like when you actually search for stuff, everything is there. Literally everything's there. And that's what I was pretty excited about, that, because one of the things I watched last night was Willow.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
And if people don't know Willow, it was in 1987, I think was the release date.
88.
It's got 88, 87, 88. And what's his name? Val Kilmer is one of the lead actors.
Yep. Oh, my God.
He's young in it, too.
Yeah. And I don't know who the other actors are.
Well, Val Kilmer is fresh off of Top Gun.
Tony Cox is the only other person in that movie that I knew. So,
and it was like amazing because it's probably been like 20 plus years, at least 20 plus years since I've seen it. I started watching it and I'm like, it was amazing. And Jenny's just sitting there like, are we really watching this right now? And I'm like, oh yes. We didn't get very far because I fell asleep, but the fact that I can now watch Willow whenever I want. That basically made from now until the rest of the year.
I didn't realize Bambi was 1942.
Yeah, it's a little old.
Oh, yeah.
And real quick, Anthony Manzano says, is a Marvel streaming service available on Disney Plus as well? Yes, there is an entire Marvel category. Yeah. And when you guys are using Disney Plus too, it's just like Netflix. When you get your bars and your horizontal things, and you keep going over until you get to the end. That's not all the movies, like Shep was saying. If you're
Dale,
you can go to movies and search A to Z, search all. That's the only way you're gonna get. Those are just suggested contents that run horizontally.
Yeah. Oh, you just watched the original. Danny just watched the original Tron today.
Oh,
it's been a long time since I've seen that too. I got to watch that. But I mean, it was like mind blown when I realized like all the Aladdin movies, 1, 2, and 3, plus the live, any big major hit that had like a second and a third, they're all there. It's crazy.
There was a lot
welcome in BSM and SPE 1020.
there was a lot of movies that I didn't realize that were Disney movies, like The Greatest Game Ever
D
Played.
Plus does not have Simpsons with Michael Jackson.
What was it?
The Greatest Game Ever Played I
Oh.
watched today, and I've seen that movie a bunch of times, but I didn't realize that was a Disney movie. I didn't realize Rookie of the Year.
R. Johns, what's up, buddy?
Remember the Titans? There was a
Rookie of the Year with Kevin.
Yes.
Yeah, yep,
Kid from American Pie.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool seeing all
how's-
those movies. I don't know.
How's the pale ale? Sorry, that was
He's drinking lemon seltzer.
Oh yeah, I'm drinking lemon salsa. No pale ale tonight.
Are you referencing a movie?
I'm referencing American Pie.
Oh yes, over our heads. Our John.
I actually get lost, and I've seen that a million times. Wow, that's brutal.
I know, right?
I gotta go watch it again.
Arr, Johns.
And Sam, BSM. Who's the other one I just saw?
SPE 1020.
Yeah.
Anthony Manzano says he was asking because Marvel has its own streaming service. Do they have to cancel? I think it's totally separate, Anthony, and you can choose whether or not you want to keep both of them or just have the Marvel that's already included with Disney Plus.
Well, the big issue with Marvel is that you're not getting all of them currently. So if you have a streaming service where you can watch them all.
Yes, but they are listed on there, and it gives you the date they're coming. So it says, due to contractual obligations, whatever, this will not be available until this, but you can watch the trailer for it. So it lists everything that will be there and that you can go back and kind of check out the content at least.
So, I mean, it's going to get there eventually. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
So just one of those minor hiccups that is what it is. You still get quite a bit.
Minor hiccups, like the entirety of our catalog is one big minor hiccup.
Possibly,
maybe.
It's a very big hiccup, but not huge hiccup.
Yeah, made my chest hurt. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm excited to see some of the National Geographic stuff because
I was watching some of that while I was working out.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So first of all, I looked and I saw that there was a movie called Free Solo.
Oh yeah,
I was really mad that it had nothing to do with Han. But that was my joke. But honestly, I've been looking forward to watching that movie for a while.
I saw it.
Like, dude took on one of the most ridiculous rock faces in the world.
And Dave, you're like me, Dave.
Awesome.
You don't like heights, so it's tough to watch.
I hate heights.
Yeah, and I'm the same way.
I'm gonna watch it and be like,
thanks, Danny.
Yeah.
Real quick, welcome in Disney Nerd Herders and Jim with More Sunshine, please.
What's up, guys?
And Timothy Rainwaters. And then Suki Smackhouse asked if the black hole is on there. It is indeed.
Wow.
And Danny's on his way out to say goodbye. And there was one more. Oh, Stacey says she's heard from multiple sources Endgame has a deleted scene, and lots of the Star Wars movie also have deleted scenes added as well.
You say hi to Dougie from Waltergrams?
And nope, I missed him. Dougie with Waltergrams. Dougie, how is Florida brother?
What's up, Doug?
David.
Dave, go ahead, bud.
Are there any this and that deleted scenes on Disney Plus?
There will be.
Pretty soon.
There will be.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys,
I didn't know if we got in under the contract.
I hate to do this, guys, but I gotta leave. I'm just not feeling that great.
Zip's not feeling good, and we don't want to get sick. So
yeah, I don't feel like catching what you have.
I know.
Yep.
Sorry about that, guys. I want to stay as long as I could, but I gotta go.
You made it longer than I thought you would.
Yeah.
I love you guys. Love you in the chat, and I'll be on my phone in bed. Okay, guys.
All right,
I'll talk to you later.
Get better, man.
Thanks, dude.
Oh, don't do that.
Oh my goodness.
Change it.
Hey, I'm half a face.
Me too.
Well, poor Zip. Zip's actually been sick for a couple days now, and actually, anyone who saw the stream that he helped Meg out with on Monday night, he did the stream and he suffered through that.
I think he started getting sick on Saturday.
Yeah, so it's been a few days. So everyone put some prayers in for Zip to feel better. And might as well chat a little bit about Disney Plus. No, I'm just kidding.
Let's do our topic, and then we can talk about Disney Plus some more.
That's a good point. That's a good point. So, what is better?
On property.
On property?
Yes.
Or off property?
No.
Or the middle ground? And by middle ground, I mean the Disney Spring Resort area, because that's the on-off property, because it's basically like you get a little bit of like it's like sprinkled on property, but at the same time you kind of get off property rates, but sort of not. So
in my opinion, it matters on, again, everything goes back to how you vacation, and this goes back a big way to how you vacation. It is cheaper to stay off property in some regards, but you lose out on a lot of amenities and extras that you don't normally get. So what?
Sprinkled like pixie dust. Yes, Kelly.
Oh, exactly. So I think you lose a little bit of the magic when you stay off property. That's my opinion. And so basically you can stay right now. We're going in January for 5 or 6 days or 5 or 6 nights. I think it's 5 nights. And for the same price at Pop Century, it would cost right at $1,000. It's going to cost $600 to stay off property. Now, what we lose in that process is we are not at one of the main Disney affiliated hotels, so the transportation is not included. So we have to either get a Lyft or an Uber to come to the parks. We are within walking distance of some bus routes, so we could possibly do that, but it's a haul every day. So you lose that factor. You also lose the ability to do extra magic hours, and you also lose the ability to book a lot of your reservations and passes early before you arrive. So there's a lot of negatives to not staying on property. It just depends on, again, if you're very, very price sensitive and conscious, then definitely stay off property, but you're going to lose out on you're going to be giving up a lot, in my opinion, a lot more value than saving the few $100 that you will staying off property.
It's how much are you going to save though? Because again, that $400, is that going to get chewed up by Uber and Lyft fares?
Exactly. You're not going to be saving that much. So you're just talking about room only, but then you got extra added cost of all that. Plus, one nice thing, one benefit to staying off property is you might get a free continental breakfast. So you don't have to go to Disney to eat breakfast if you don't want to. Some people like to go to Disney to eat breakfast, and that's perfectly fine. But staying off property has a couple positives, but for me, they don't outweigh the negatives at all. It's not, unless you book it last.
Dale, that's actually pretty
that's
accurate.
True, Dale. Off property is better than no property, and that's what we ran into. That's what I was getting ready to say. Unless you're in a situation where we decided to come down, and the only room available was, I think, at the Animal Kingdom for like $1,700 a night, and then we had one that was like $700 a night. We weren't going to spend $3,500 on a room, so Steve's head is almost a hidden Mickey. There you go. So, again, it's how much you may or may not save, and then you also, when you're booking off property as well, something we ran into, you got to pay attention to what I'm going to call hidden fees, because we were looking at some of
those are ridiculous.
They are very ridiculous and very expensive too. So we were looking at some resorts that were saying $118 a night. We were like, this is fantastic. $118 a night. Not a big deal. I went to book it, and it gave me the total price. I went, whoa, that's not anywhere close. It was like $1,700. Then I started looking, and they have I think it was a $35 resort fee, which doesn't make sense because you're staying at a hotel a day. $35 per day. Then there was a $27 parking overnight fee, which we probably wouldn't have had to pay because we're not driving. But if you were driving, $27 on top of it. So right there is $52. a night on top of the normal room price. So if you're staying for a week, that's an extra $400 just in hidden fees there. And then there's some other taxes and there's some other things in there. Some of them, it was just outrageous with some of the ones that they charged.
And actually, Ryan made a good point too. That so International Drive, I guess a lot of the hotels, which are half the price of property rates, they do provide bus service. So
some of them do provide bus service, so that's worth it. And Corey
made a good point too. Yeah, about All Stars, the most budget friendly.
So
all of them, and you're getting all the amenities. So.
Yeah, All Stars is definitely the cheapest for sure. And I have mixed emotions about All Stars is greatly themed. My problem with All Stars is location. It is as far south in Disney World as it gets. And with that said, it turns around and sometimes it shares buses, so you're waiting a long time for the buses. And if you want to go to the Magic Kingdom, be prepared for a half-hour drive. So it's going to take you a long time to get there. Personally speaking, Pop Century, especially if you're value conscious, Pop Century is ideal money right in the center of Disney World, and it's a little more expensive than the All Stars, but I usually stay in a preferred pool room, which is the main building right up next to the pool, for about $160 a night. It depends on the season, so definitely, in my opinion, worth getting Pop Century. And I love the All Stars, love the way they're themed, and if you're not in a hurry to get where you need to go, then I would say you're okay to go down there.
So I personally I've stayed off property twice. Mm-hmm. So the first time was like off property, and it was like right near Disney Springs area, but it was just outside of the Disney Spring hotels. Mm-hmm. And it was like 2004, and me and Jenny had gone, and it was like a mile walk. You
can hear all about it on the Shep Family Rise of Being Disfluencers podcast.
That's a good point. I did.
Sorry, hashtag shameless plug. Just saying.
That's a good point. And Zips just got dropped this week too.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And Corey's
on Friday.
On Friday? You're dropping it this Friday?
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
Tomorrow, happens. As in 2 days, and I have not even heard it.
Yeah, no, well, yeah, I'm gonna get it to you. Chill out.
No, you can just release it without me hearing. I don't care. Corey says talks about renting DVC points too, and that's another point. But I guess basically staying on property versus off property is the DVC side of things, which we've talked about in the past. And you can rent DVC points for sure, which could also put you in.
It's a lot cheaper doing it.
Yeah, it's a lot cheaper when you do that.
Yeah, you can rent I think it's like probably close to $20 a point if you rent it, roughly, give or take.
It's less than that.
Yeah. Call it $20 a point, and if you need like 100 points for 7 days,
you can pay $2,000 for $4,500 plus in.
Oh yeah, like the Poly. Yeah. Like you stay 7 nights at the Poly. Yeah, you're talking like $2,000 if you rent DVC versus like $5,000 if you buy it out or pay through Disney. So that's a huge thing. But so when we stayed in 04, we would walk literally like a mile to get to, at the time it was downtown Disney, which is what I still call it just because I do. The walk really wasn't too bad. It was like 100 something degrees out, and we'd have to take a break every like 5 minutes, not even like every 2 minutes. And we'd have to take a 30-minute break. So it would take us like 4 hours to walk a mile. But it was so worth it. But literally, I paid when I was looking at it, I think we paid for the two of us flight and hotel for that. I think we stayed from like a Sunday to a Friday, maybe. I think we paid for flight and hotel for like $900.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it worked out to be about $35 a night to stay at this resort, and it was literally walking distance. We didn't have any extra fees. It wasn't exactly practical, but we were both in college, so it wasn't a big deal to walk. But for the money, you couldn't beat it. And the second time we stayed off property was 2016, I think, and we had Abe and Bryn. Abe was like 2 or something, maybe 2.5, and Bryn was only 6 months old. And I did the JetBlue Getaways, which I think is now JetBlue Vacations. I don't know, something along those lines. And when I put in for the flight for us, it was like $900 for the flight for the 3 of us. Cause I think I had to pay for Abe's seat. So for the 3 of us, it was like $900 something, almost $1,000. And then through the Getaways, I was able to stay at the Hilton, which is in Disney Springs. So it was one of those.
It's the one right across the street.
Yeah, it's on property, but not a Disney themed type hotel. It was the Hilton, and so the flight was almost $1,000, and through the Getaways, it was like $1,100. So for
total,
for $200 more, we stayed there for 4 nights. Again, I never really looked into it until I was checking out, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's an extra like whatever, couple $100 because you pay a $35 resort fee," which still was good. I mean, it's still not bad. Jeff, what's up, dude?
What's up, Jeff?
So it still wasn't horrible, at the end of the day. Like we probably paid, $1,400 or whatever to fly and stay for 5 days, 4 nights. But the Disney Springs area for sure is like that kind of gray area where it seems like it's a really good deal because you're paying like $100 a night or less. But when you tack on all the extra, go ahead, dude.
Good night to Andrea Houston.
Dre, good night. Thanks for
Dre.
stopping in.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, it's good.
And hello to Connie.
Hey, Connie, how are you? Hi, gang. What's up? So, if you look at Isaac, what's up, buddy? If you look at like all the extra expenses and like the I can imagine Kenzie. That's you guys have been down there. Yeah, she's in here. She's heading back to her room. So looks like you guys have been having a good time down there. With all the added expenses and kind of not inconveniences, but you don't have like the direct Disney buses. Like you do have a Disney bus, but you make like 6 stops because you hit basically all the hotels on that strip. So it does take a long time to get there, and the buses don't run as frequent as on property. Still wasn't horrible. And if you're on a budget, it makes perfect sense, but nothing is like staying, in my opinion.
Yep. So
and that's pretty clear because 99.9% of the time I stay on property because there's no way.
Well, and Anthony Manzano asked, what Airbnbs and regular bed and breakfast do we recommend that are certified by Disney for good pricing with people on a budget? I don't eat breakfast, number one, so I don't eat there. Number two, I don't stay off property. I never have. So this will be a new experience for me, and it's only because I'm forced to, because nothing else was available.
Yeah.
So I can't recommend anything. You have all your Hiltons, your Holiday Inns, your Ramadas. Any of those are going to be good. They're going to be Marriott. None of those are sponsors, but they should be. None of those. Any of those are going to be good. They're going to be classy hotels, and it's just going to be just what you like to stay at. Welcome in Dennis Al-Ghazi. I hope I said that right.
Yeah. So he basically said the same thing too. That is what Dave was saying. You basically pay when you rent points. It is you get like a ton of value out of that. And there's a couple sites that I'm not sponsored by, or we're not sponsored by. What is it? David's Rentals, I think. Dave's Rentals.
Dave's DVC Rentals and DVC Rental Store.
Yeah,
are the two big ones.
So you can go there and rent points, and it's also like it's not like it's there are some ins and outs with that too. It's not like you can just go to the website and pick and choose. Like if you're flexible, it can work to your advantage. But if you have certain time frames in mind, it might not work specifically for you. But it's still a good option if you have a little bit more freedom. So It's a good option though, because that way you're staying on property and you're actually staying at a high end resort as well.
Well, the second half of that is, there are services to do it, but if you have someone in your circle that you know is a DVC, it doesn't necessarily hurt to ask them questions, because sometimes they're just not going to use their points and they're trying to figure it out. So, so don't be afraid to do that, and then just write them a check. We've done that a couple times. The thing is that when you go through one of these rental services, as Shep said, you're kind of at the will as to whether or not they can find someone who can book it 11 months out, which means you have to book your trip a year in advance. Or it's 7 months. It's just kind of like hope and pray and cross your fingers you're going to get what you want.
Yeah, like you got to be flexible.
Right.
And that kind of, I'm not even going to dive into that either, DVC, because I got a whole series. I have a whole series of that coming up pretty soon.
Susie starts it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Don't hold your breath.
As the work is done.
Don't hold your breath.
No,
but I have a whole DVC series coming out.
But the big thing is that soon.
And when I mean soon, I say it very loosely.
So Donna says, I don't eat breakfast. I just toast bread or toast things and laminate things. Kelly said he's looking on Amazon right now for a laminating toaster.
It's a two for one. It's a twofer. Are you hungry? Because if you're hungry, I have the perfect idea, because if you're a laminator, it just makes sense.
Zip says he meant to say this earlier, but it looks kind of funny seeing us all with normal names in our boxes.
It's a good point. And everyone who's watching, this is a more of an informative type of this and that stream, because we wanted to give you some sort of value. And
still have fun.
Some sort of value. whatever the specific
we lose Dave.
Dave jumped.
He said his internet's kind of
there. He's back.
He's back.
I'm back.
Winter cold is now. Steve has a fire on. And something else, Dreamer Deborah brings up a good point too, because something else that you got to consider. She says sometimes things open up as people cancel reservations. She's gotten last minute rooms, blah, 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 blah. Well, that's another thing at these hotels is the cheaper prices that you pay you can't cancel. There's zero cancel, and the cancellation fee is the entire amount due. Mm-hmm. So you have to pay for it ahead of time, and then you just don't get your money back. So that's a decision you got to make, because it's like, I think it's $30 a night more to be able to cancel at the one we were staying at. So I could either pay another $150 in case we wanted to cancel it, or I had to just take what we had and be able to roll with the fact that that's where we're going to stay. So we have no choice. We are definitely staying there, because I'm not going to be out $600 and something. So,
yeah, that wouldn't make sense. But that's a good point. You can get some very good last minute deals if you stay on property. Again, you got to be super flexible with how you vacation.
Yep.
If you plan on like the school vacation weeks, the Christmas weeks.
Yeah, you're SOL at that point.
Yeah, don't expect much.
Yes.
If you're going to book last minute, like us.
Yep.
For marathon weekend. Seeing as two of us have DVC and we still could not get DVC rooms.
Yep.
And we are subject and we are subject to staying off property. But it is still worth it because we are in Disney.
Yes.
And it's always a good thing when you're in Disney.
I want to address a couple things in the chat. First off, I don't know where all of a sudden people think this is a McDonald's run. It's not happening tonight, guys. Sorry. So, and Myers and Mouse says, speaking of value, there is a McRib value meal. Just saying. Donna says she likes my fireplace. Thanks, Donna. And then Dennis asks which property we're going to be staying at. We're not revealing that for security reasons. We'll talk about it when we get back for which one we stayed at. So.
And the one that we are staying at is, sorry, just kidding.
Is not the Animal Kingdom Lodge.
It is not Polynesian. So real quick, if you are new here and you don't know who we are, we are Disneynet people. And if you do not know what we're talking about as far as referencing McDonald's McRibs,
no need to go back and watch.
We have links provided by one of our great mods, Stacy. That is the go-ahead
Let me hide
post
Stacey real quick.
All the links. So
I can't.
So Stacy, quick before 15 minutes, seconds.
Yes. Shut it off. Shut it off.
I know. That's what I was looking for when I was like.
So go check out some of the links that Stacy's posting, because you will very quickly understand
that Steve needs to go get a McRib.
The madness that
dog show.
So yeah. I did get a set of, where'd they go? They're charging. I did get me a nice little set of these for runs.
Earpods?
Yes.
Yeah, just in case I have to, not tonight, just in case I have to go somewhere where I'm streaming in the vehicle. Because the thing has to be plugged into the phone, and it gets.
These are now in my pocket. This is my EDC right here, my everyday carry.
Yep, and then
this is one of them.
So and real quick, no, Stacy. We need to quit that. McRib on the Fireplace is this year's Elf on the Shelf. Don't let Dad. Kelly said the This and That security team has not authorized them to release the location of their next gathering, and I wanted to lead into with that because it kind of sounds official, and lead the fact with some of the big announcements. Since we're right in the middle, we have 80 people watching. Just in case they don't know, starting January 1st, the This and That crew 1120. Starting January 1st on that episode, we will start streaming solely on the.
Is it really on?
It's on January 1st. Yeah, we stream on Christmas Day and New Year's Day.
Wow.
Shep was not listening during our last organizational meeting. Apparently.
Yeah, we have business meetings now, guys. It's like becoming official. We're getting serious.
I was listening. I just
Preston McDevitt, welcome in, buddy.
Wasn't listening.
Welcome in, Preston McDevitt. And anyways. No, Timothy. Timothy says I think Steve needs to give them earbuds a test run. Not tonight, but
yes, agreed. Test run.
So, I mean, I can go get one like this. I'm not dressing up tonight. And for those of you that don't know what we're talking about, usually this is like the first stream in 20 streams that we haven't dressed up. So I was all zip.
Just another Monday night.
Just another Monday night. So yeah, you gotta go check out that. Those are actually pretty funny. And Saria Myers, welcome in. Zip $1.99. Steve, I would feel better if you eat a McRib. You know what, Zip? I will eat one for you, buddy. Thank you.
Actually, was it S or B small? I'm gonna call him B small because it's BSM. B small. McRib is made of pork scraps. At $4, it seems to be profitable for McDonald's, and I agree with that statement because I feel like they're probably like 30 cents worth of stuff, maybe even 20 cents, and they're charging $4. So I like it.
Can we change his name from B small to Beast Mode?
Ooh, Dennis, I see that.
Everyone wants Steve to go get a McRib, and Steve desperately wants to stay on topic. Who will win? I don't care if we go off topic. It's just not the McRib topic. So I had something important to say. Oh, so let me get back to it. So January 1st, we will solely be streaming on the This and That channel. So if mods could please post that link in the chat.
Oh, you know what? I got to check another thing too.
Make sure you guys are subscribed to the This and That channel because starting January 1st, we will only be on that channel. And then it also will link you to all of our other stuff here, Buster Rhymes. And then also on January 1st, we will be dropping our website. Will go live, and it will be very informative. It will have information about all of us. It'll have all the links to everything, upcoming videos, things like that. And we're also going to start throwing up some vlogs on the This and That channel as well. So starting January 1st, make sure you're subscribed. Donna Jaworski, real quick. Sorry, one more, Dave. I got to pull this out. Donna Jaworski, $9.99 super chat. Zip will feel better if Steve gets a McRib. The chat would feel better if Steve would go out and order enough McRibs for everyone in the chat. Love you, little brothers.
Oh,
I love you
awesome.
too, Donna. Thank you so much.
Love you, Donna. Miss you, Donner.
Donner.
Wow. The McRib pressure is real, Steve.
So real quick, the other thing we have going on too. So of course we have these awesome shirts, the Diz and That shirts.
This one we made.
The ones we custom made,
and the Diz and That hats.
The hats. We have a bunch of different products you can buy. But we just last week released the Punch It Zippy shirts. And we have shirts, sweatshirts, we have a mug, a hat, we got a bunch of different things. We also have the Punch It Zippy Star Wars edition, which is the Punch It in yellow on black shirts or sweatshirts and so on. So go check that out. And from now, let me just double check, but I'm on it right now.
Yeah, it's today through Saturday, right?
Yeah, today through Saturday. If you go on the site, it doesn't give me a code, but I think if you just go to the website, it'll say redeem.
I will put the link to the store in the. Never mind, Stacy got it. Stacy's quick. Good job, Stacy. Thank you.
So if you go to the
on it,
it should say on the store. Only 4 days left, 20% off everything, and hit the redeem thing. If you hit the redeem, it should automatically go into your cart, and you will get 20% off your purchase from now until the 16th, which is Saturday. So if any of you guys are interested in any fun shirts, the Punch It Zippy ones are really cool.
And real quick,
that was thank you. The whole design was done by Practically Perfect Park Hopping Josh. Did an amazing job.
The Triple P.
Yeah. And Leanne just got one not too long ago.
And B said one of us is called Zippy. He's the one that's sick and cannot be with us right now. There's usually 4 of us on screen. He was here earlier, and he had to go lay in bed because he's not feeling good.
I have a question. Can we call him Zippity Doo Dad?
If it says that and this, then they are definitely bootlegged for sure.
Yes.
So, but AirPods at Wish for $12. Wow.
What is Wish?
I have no idea. But,
Wish is an app online.
Oh, like Groupon or something like that?
No, it's more like Amazon and Alibaba.
Oh, what's Alibaba?
Yeah.
So I can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had 4 to start the stream, but he had to leave. He's feeling really sick. So
listen, if they're $12 on Alibaba, hit it up.
Can you see that?
Hold the control button down and scroll your mouse up. Well, go back to whatever you had on though. There you go. Now hold the control button and scroll up. There you go. Oop. And then just use your arrows to. There you go.
So there's the Star Wars edition, and then there's the regular Punch It Zippy on black.
And for those of you that are new, Punch It Zippy originated out of our group trip to Florida in August when we all rode Smuggler's Run for the first time.
Cool. So that's our fun designs so far we have got going on. So if you guys are interested, now until Saturday, 20% off. Can't beat that. I'm actually I've already bought half a dozen things.
Or you can go old school.
Yeah, I'm actually going to add some stuff too because they Spreadshirt's pretty cool where they just added a bunch more cool merchandise. So there's a couple things I'm going to be releasing probably tomorrow. So check it out. I think I'll probably do I think there's like a water bottle or like a different kind of coffee cup, like one of the camper cups. So should be pretty cool. I'm actually really excited because I bought a half a dozen things already.
So Kelly from Mars and Mouse says, if you don't have a shirt, you're not one of the cool kids. What are yours now? And Cody asked if we would do a Christmas sale, this and that, shirts and hoodies. Cody, we actually don't control that, right? The sales on the site?
No.
But there might be one. There's a couple coming up, and there might be one for the Christmas season. We'll let you guys know.
Yeah, the website dictates the sale dates. I think the next one is. I could actually let you know.
I think there was one coming up near Christmas. I don't think it was the week of or anything. But
yeah, the next one.
It's like the weekend after Black Friday. It's like Cyber Monday. Plus.
It is. It's the 29th through the 1st. The 29th through the 1st, and that's 15% off.
So that's the Christmas sale, basically.
Cyber Monday is the 2nd, and that's free shipping plus 15% off. So
wow! So order everything on the 2nd.
Yeah, the 2nd's a good day to get it too because you get the free shipping.
Yep.
So it's pretty cool. But Yeah, that's pretty dope. It's fun stuff.
And Kenzie's telling her father. For those of you who don't know, Kenzie Days is the daughter of Tracy G. Alex, who were the first people to recognize us and say hi. Well, to me and Zip, anyways.
That's true.
You guys weren't there yet, but she's telling her father in chat that she took a bunch of pictures with her This and That shirts on while in Magic Kingdom yesterday, and Zip posted them on Instagram today.
Yeah, we have our This and That we have on Instagram, Twitter. We're working on a Facebook
and TikTok,
and we have a full-blown, legit, informative or not website.
Well, not
coming
yet.
Out. Coming January out. 1st. Well, January 1st. That's what I'm saying. January 1st.
I'm really excited for this.
It'll be so good. There'll be so much stuff. It'll be like Disney Plus, but on Disney That
and Myers
on the website.
Myers and Mouse says, when do the bobbleheads come out? We've actually talked about that. So we will, that's
mine's coming out very soon.
So, but so this website I'm really proud of for our entire group. It's going to be really cool. It's going to have This and That on it. I don't want to give away too much right now, but it's going to have all the links to everything we have. So you'll be able to click on them, get to Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. And it's going to have a little section about each of us. So if you wanted to find out more about each of us on there, as well as links to our Give Kids the World stuff, and our stores, it's going to have everything you guys are going to need.
And Timothy Rainwaters, Tim, have a good night, buddy.
Thanks
for
Timothy.
Hanging out.
So yeah, it's going to have everything you need. I'm really pumped for it, and it'll also link you straight to our YouTube page too. So if you're if you for some reason you can't get through YouTube, you'll be able to go to the website, click on the link, and it'll take you there.
Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be kind of like a one-stop shop for everything.
Yep.
And of course there'll be weekly
updates.
Well,
I'm gonna leave it at that. You go ahead. You can tell.
Well, we're gonna have weekly sit-down sessions with me, and I will do full evaluations and do complete philosophical, if that's a word, philosophical, insightful lessons that will better your upcoming week. So be on the lookout for that.
Stacy says, so if you buy a Shep bobblehead, a Steve bobblehead, a Zip bobblehead, and a Dave bobblehead, do you get an Ian bobblehead for free?
Yes.
I have an Ian bobblehead. I have two, actually. I have two Ian bobbleheads.
That is actually a good idea.
So
that's a good idea.
So maybe the first two people, but we won't tell them when it ends. No, I don't know. We'll see. But we could throw a little segment on there because I got room for like videos and stuff to be able to put on there. Like when you open it up, it video pops.
Oh yeah.
We could have a 2-minute chat from Shep every week. Little Shep wisdoms. Wisdom. Shep wisdoms.
Isms.
Shepisms. I was trying to get wisdom in there.
There's no wisdom in there.
We'll go with Shepisms.
No, there's no wisdom in there. So
and for those of you that are, some people are asking, but I think they were asking. Maybe I'm on the wrong thing. But the you unlock a secret bubblehead, Queen Steve. So yeah, for those of you that are new here, we are normally what's become normal for us is to be in costume. So I did miss your comment, Mike. I'll go back and get it. But so us not being in costume tonight is actually abnormal. But yeah, it's gonna be really good. And the website will be www.disandthat.com. We have the domain. So what did I miss from Mike Wheeler? Mackenzie and then maybe the first one to recognize you guys in public, but I will always be the last one to recognize you. Mike, he will always be the last one to recognize us. For those that are new as well, man. Mike is blind, and
that's super funny.
He's such a great guy and makes light, and just makes it an easy way to deal with things. So, Mike, you're amazing, buddy.
That was good. Yeah, we wanted to. Last couple of weeks we've been, jumping into a lot of big topics. So today we wanted to have just kind of more of an informative type session. We have some fun stuff planned coming up after January. So between now and
it's gonna be fun between now and then.
It's gonna be fun from here on out.
Darn it! That was a spoiler.
My bad.
Just kidding. Yeah, we had again. Zip was sick today. I was under the weather after work today. Thankfully, I'm feeling a little bit better. I just have a sinus infection, so it's nothing crazy. I get them all the time. But
I just drink British tea.
We wanted to just kind of keep it a little low key tonight. Try to give you guys some sort of information, which I really don't think we accomplished. But
good night, Judy Hazel.
Maybe. Good night, Judy.
Well, let's talk about real quick what some of the amenities are for staying on property that you don't get if you stay off property. Because first off,
okay, first one. Disney.
Oh, you want me or you? Okay.
Oh no, go ahead, you.
No,
you.
Well, first one I was going to say is that you get extra magic hours. So there's extra magic hours somewhere in the park every day, whether it be at night, whether it be in the morning. Sometimes you get extra magic hours, which are 3 hours.
And sometimes you get the extra edger hours.
Yeah, extra edger. Yeah. So the 3 hours early, you can get into some of the parks sometimes. So you lose that. That's only for park guests only. Okay, your turn, Shep.
What?
Your turn. We're going back and forth here, and then it'll be Dave's turn. What's the benefit of staying?
Another benefit is extra magic hours. So if you're staying on property, you get what they call extra magic hours, which you just touched on that. Yeah. So anyway, on property transportation, that is huge to get on property transportation. So buses kind of stink right now. They're not perfect. They sometimes
literally stink.
And welcome in Orange Cone Vlog.
Orange Cone Vlog, what's up?
Hey, howdy, hey, all and
Snickerdoodles. They're definitely not consistent. You could literally spend like 30, 40 minutes waiting for a bus. But if you stay at one of the original 3, you can hop on the monorail and things will be a lot easier. And now some of the other resorts that are linked to the heck's it called? This
Skyliner?
Skyliner. Wow.
It's okay.
So a lot of the ones that are linked to the Skyliner make it easier now because now at least you can get to Hollywood Studios in Epcot, and then Epcot you can hop on the monorail to get to Magic Kingdom. So there's literally, it's actually a good chunk right now where you can avoid the buses except for Animal Kingdom. Animal Kingdom is basically the only park that you can't get to without either an Uber or a bus.
Well, real quick, a couple things here. For BSM says he went to the This and That channel, and the channel does not exist. If somebody could put the link to the This and That channel, please, in the chat so that they can click and go straight there. That would be awesome. Stacy says, I think the Steve bobblehead should come with costume changes: the ballerina, the queen, the mime, and also have a little tiny McRib accessory.
And actually, BSM, be small. If you just go to my link, if you go to the description, it's like the first link in the description too. So. Yeah,
and there Donna just put it in there in the chat, and so you can either or you can just click on it and get there and sub that way. And the bad thing about the bad but good thing about us is that we build new stuff pops up every stream, and we just keep going with it. So to get a lot of our inside jokes and all that other stuff, you really got to go back and watch a bunch of them.
All 24 previous episodes.
They're not bad. Maybe the first we were a little rough the first 3. We were getting used to it because we'd never done it before. But by episode 4, I think we had what we knew what we were going to do. So it's a good place to start if you missed the first 3.
He says I'd like to drive the resort parks bus. I only need to be nice when a guest board. It's a very valid point.
Yes. So, and then also make sure that even besides the This and That channel that we don't like pushing our own stuff, but you want to be subscribed to all 4 of us because we go live throughout the week as well. That is actually where most of the McRib costume stuff takes place. It doesn't really take place on This and That. So if you don't want to miss anything, definitely hit us all up so that Steve said go back and watch a bunch of them. Sounds like an invitation to post a link. No, Stacy, not those. That's not what I said. I said this and that streams, not Shep story time. Not
no. You can do all of them.
That's it.
Because at the end of the day, you'll get a much better feel of who we are if you see all the miscellaneous streams, which include mine and Zips and Dave's and Steve's, and exclusive bobbleheads are as follows: Ballerina Steve, Pumbaa Shep, Zip Buddy Doo Dad, and Ralphie Dave. That'd be great.
So we're guys, we do have a lot of stuff in the works, especially next year. Got a lot of things. We're going to do it one at a time. Steve, I sent you a picture on Twitter today. Did you get it? No, I did not, Stacey, but I will look right now. But we do have a lot of good stuff planned. We want to do it for you. We take a lot of what you guys ask us to do. And we got some, I got a sketch pad, like a notepad that I'm jotting things down in. We're going to give a try, maybe. Dissing that Barbie dolls. Maybe the wives, Brandy and Jenny and Nicole could all be, and Tatum. Where'd he go? I don't know where he went. We could get a Tatum doll. But yeah, that could happen.
The refurb at All Stars, and I heard the rooms are really nice too. But that's actually go ahead, Dave.
I was just gonna say the refurb at All Stars is very similar to the refurb at Poly. So the new stuff there makes it. I know Steve's not a huge fan, but the refurb at All Stars is going to be pretty big. I said Pop, didn't I?
No, I think you said Poly.
Did I say Poly?
So yeah, the Pop. Yeah, so the refurbs are great. They're fantastic, but they've already refurbed the Pop Century, so stay there if you get the chance. Look, they don't have a bad hotel.
No, I agree.
They don't have a bad hotel, and to be honest with you, the All Stars are the best themed hotels on property, in my opinion. Easily the best. The negative is the location.
Agree, but okay.
Poly is the best.
Well, yeah, Paul. I'm talking about value. I'm sorry. I'm talking about the not the expensive ones, just the normal ones. But they're really well themed. But the problem is the location for me. It's just in the far south end of Disney World, and it takes a half hour to get to Magic Kingdom. It's just, to me, I just don't enjoy that.
At the end of the day, you get free transportation, but you end up Ubering or taking a ding 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 minivan.
And that's what we did. We wound up. I was at the All Stars this past trip, and a couple of these guys stayed for a night or two, but we wound up using the Lyft and minivan system because it took us so long to get to places on the bus.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, even if you use Lyft twice, 3 times a day, you're still saving money over even going to a moderate resort if you're staying on property.
It's true.
And honestly, as much as All Star costs for the majority of the year, once you add in resort fees and other BS coming from off property, if you can deal with the fact that All Star needs refurbed, my thing with All Star is that, like, I've had bad experiences there with the way the room was kept up. It needs a refurb, and they're doing it, but are you going to roll the dice? And that's the real question.
Yeah. So just spend a little extra, say Pop.
Agreed. Just a little extra though.
Yeah, it's most of the time Pop's only about $20 to $30 more a night. So you're not. It's worth it to me for location.
Those range from like high 90s to like mid 100s.
Well, I stay at the preferred pool room, and it can get up to 189,
which is still
if you stay preferred pool.
Yeah, I stay. I want that because I don't want to walk a mile. That's just me. I like to. If you guys say, "Hey, let's go," I like to be out in the main building or at the buses, and we're gone. So, and welcome in, Andrew Bidding. And so to be clear, though, guys, I mean, unless I'm forced to, I'm staying on property. That's just my preference. It's the way I vacation. It's different for everybody else. If I'll plan mine out and budget accordingly because it's and Karen says Pop Century is never available. It is very popular. It's hard to get. You have to book it out way in advance. So
yeah, because of the rates. You know what I mean? Yeah. You can't beat it. And then that's actually, and real quick, that's actually funny. Orange Cone vlog that in the refurbs, the new thermostats, they're motion activated, he says. So when you fall asleep, they turn off and the AC shuts off.
Yeah.
So it must get like a million. You have to like wake up and like wave at it. Turn on.
But the only way
that's what I have to do here for the heat in Erie. I'm like, oh, turn the heat on.
The only way I'm staying off property is if I'm forced to, based on I don't want to, like this trip. I'm not going to pay $1,700 a night for a room. So
the other thing we didn't really touch on is that there are other options off property. One of them being vacation homes.
Yep.
So depending on the amount of people that are going, what you want to do, and what's your level of
agreed, Leanne. It is absolutely.
Well, that's
I can't see the chat. What'd she say?
Well, that's stupid.
True. So what your level of Disneyness is, like if you want a good relaxing vacation, you can rent a house for the week, 15 minutes from property, with your own pool, own hot tub, and literally all the amenities that you want for honestly in the vicinity of the cost of a moderate resort on property. I had done so last January. I was with the Diz Dads. We got the Diz Dad house. There were 12 of us there, and really we Ubered in every day. Everything was fine, no real issues. But the thing is that you need to take into consideration several things. One, if you're going to rent a car and go and park, it's another $30 a day. If you're going to Uber in, it's probably $12 to $15 each way. So again, $30. You have to get there and get back. So it's not difficult to do a quote unquote mid-afternoon break, but depending on the time of year, it might not be worth it. So if you're the type of tourer that is going to go and do like rope drop to close, something like this might work out. If you're more of I'm relaxed and I want to hang out, I would probably stay on property. Although if you're planning ahead of time and you're cognizant about that, and you're like, okay, we're good, we're going to take an extra change of clothes, and we're just going to hop on the boat from Magic Kingdom and go to Poly, have lunch at the Poly, and then spend 2 or 3 hours hanging out in the lobby, air conditioning, chill out, maybe the kids pass out on a couch, and you recharge there as opposed to going back to your hotel room or your off-property vacation house. You know, there's a lot of ways that you can spin it. So I think Steve said it best, like if you get to a point where availability isn't there and you have to stay off property, do it. There's ways to make it work. Two, if you're looking for cost savings, they can be found off property. We just talked about how they can be found on property. The thing is that if you put the time into planning, you can figure out a way to stay on or off property and take advantage of everything. I mean, a 30-minute 30-minute bus ride to Magic Kingdom from on property when you can be there in 15 minutes, maybe less, from on property.
I like Blue Nose's
or
idea.
off property. I'm sorry.
Gold no comb for all of us. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would
obviously
sacrifice that. Well, so there's a few things in chat here. First off, I can't remember who said it. It was I don't remember who it was. Sorry. So, Donna Anderson Volan. So she said the same thing. You made a comment that you possibly could get there earlier, but a lot of times, depending on where the resort or hotel or offsite home is, you could be spending a whole lot more time getting to places. It could take you a lot longer to get somewhere than it will if you're on Disney property. With that as well, she brings up a good point, especially for people that have to run back and forth with little kids because they can't be out all day. You're going to spend a lot of time traveling. You're going to lose a lot of your day. So that's a good point as well. Mike Wheeler says we should have bobbleheads that when you push the button, they say our phrases. And Kenzie Kenzie thinks one of mine should be I Said No Pickles. And then we don't need any Stevesworld dolls, none at all. But I have a question. What is a Good Neighbor Hotel and what do they include? So Donna, a Good Neighbor Hotel is one of the ones that Disney, is it called sponsors? I don't know if that's the right word. It's a Disney affiliated hotel.
Yeah.
It's something that they certify and recommend. So
hold on real quick. Zip is going to correct your half hour and say it's 22 minutes.
Yeah, he wasn't on the bus as I was this past August. So there is some other things to consider, and having kids is definitely one of those things, because the other thing you're going to lose, especially with the kids, is the really awesome pools that they have. So those pools there's going to be a pool, but it's not going to be a Disney themed pool like some of the grand pools that they have there as well. So, I mean, you're losing a lot of magic.
If you take a real step back, there's a distinct difference between staying on property and being in the quote unquote bubble as opposed to being outside of it. I know, like me personally, when I go down for our big family vacation, I want it to be Dave and family go in the bubble. I don't care about the outside world for 7, 8, 10 days. Like, I just don't care. So that's what I want, and I will pay the surcharge for it.
Yep. That's myself as well. Like I said, the only way I'm staying off property is like now if I'm forced to, because there's just no rooms available.
It's a cost thing depending on what you do and whatever. Like, if I can save money staying off property and it makes me be able to get there by myself, not with a family, but like what we're doing with this trip, I'm down with it. You know, my thing is that you get into these non-Disney hotels, and Disney was very good until a year ago about saying, here's your price. We're done. That's the best part in my eyes, because you go to these Disney spring hotels and it's like $109, like you mentioned earlier. And then you have a resort fee, then you have a parking fee and whatever. And I honestly think Disney screwed up immensely adding a parking fee at their resorts. Like, I think
I agree.
It was 100% money grab. And I personally, and I think a lot of people out there, would have rather seen an increase in a nightly price of $12 as opposed to we're going to charge you $15 for parking.
And Don asked, the Good Neighbor hotels, they do have transportation to the parks, and they do consider yourself being on property, and you get the extra magic hours with staying at a Good Neighbor hotel.
You get the extra magic hours, and that's fine, but do not count on their transportation to be anywhere near as on.
It's like one bus for everything, isn't it? Don't they take one bus out, or maybe they like 4 or 5 locations? They take a bus.
It's like a shuttle at 8, 9, and 10, and then it's later in the day, whatever. Like, don't count on it. If you're staying off property, know you're Ubering. Know you're taking time to walk to Disney Springs if you're in one of those Good Neighbor hotels. Or you're renting a car. You're spending $130 and you're paying for parking.
Stacy says, chat, is anyone else virtually hungry for a McRib with no pickles, no onions, and extra sauce?
And then doing a what is it called when you run around the car?
Chinese fire drill.
Yes.
And Orange County or Orange Cone Vlog says extra magic hours are no longer part of the Good Neighbor. Buses are arranged by the individual hotels now. So I think though, or correct me if I'm right or wrong, Orange Cone, I think you can still get the extra magic hours, but you got to take care of it yourself to get there. I believe they still offer them for you to have them, but they don't run the buses there for you to get them.
And
I might be wrong.
Leanne brings up a good point, or a good question. 30 days if you're off property for fast passes?
Absolutely correct.
Yeah, that one sucks.
Yeah, you can only book 30 days out if you're doing fast passes if you're off property. It's 60 days. It's 60 days for everybody that's on property. So if you're expecting to go ride some of the bigger rides like Battle Passage and some of these other ones, you're
and here's the other thing. Here's the other thing I was thinking about too is like, so one thing to consider is how long are you staying for? Mm-hmm. Like, are you going to stay for 6, 7, 10 days? it's going to be expensive, but at that point, you're better off staying on property because you're going to take breaks. You're going to go back to the pool. You're going to do all these things to experience other parts of the park versus doing like a 3-day getaway where you're not going to spend any time at the hotel. So why spend the extra money if you're just going to be there for 3 days and do just like quick blitz trips? You're going to be there for 3 days. You're going to spend all that time at the park. So there's no point in spending the extra money versus like, if you're doing a 10-day, like when we go, it's like, we get there in the morning, stay till about 11:30, 12, go back, pool it up, hang out, have lunch, and then go back in the afternoon. And to be able to do that and enjoy it and be somewhat close to the park, you want to stay on property, but shorter trips, you want to spend all day there. That's just that's my thought.
And Orange Cone says actually starting December 1st, they're doing away with extra magic hours only for Disney hotels and Hollywood Boulevard or Hotel Boulevard. I mean, only those will have the extra magic hours. So, but they're still having effect till December 1st, and then they do away with them. And I had another one here. I saw everybody's giving me their McRib orders to pick them up on. Oh, is Good Neighbor Hotel a more significant thing at Disneyland Anaheim? I've never been there, so I can't answer that question, unfortunately.
Oh, Ryan's heading out. Good night, buddy. Thanks for hanging out.
And welcome in then, amazing.
So Disneyland's, that's a good point. I didn't even think of that, but so Disneyland is like completely different because you only have two signature hotels on property. You got the Disneyland Resort and you have the other one.
Yep.
The Grand California. So I forget those silly hotels, but the other thing though is like literally you have 50 plus hotels within walking distance, like legit half a mile walking distance, because that's what me and Corey did when we went to D23. We stayed literally like it was probably not even a mile away. It was probably like 3/4 of a mile away. And we walked home a couple nights. Super, super easy, but Disneyland's a whole different world. As far as
there's now 3 signature hotels in Disneyland.
Oh, really?
So, and BSM says,
I knew that
WDW resort hotel guests pay to park each time and pay at the hotel parking lot and pay by park. And that is true. But if you're an annual pass holder, the parking is free. So if you're an annual pass holder and you're driving down, which if you're within driving distance, I would say 75% to 80% of the people probably are annual pass holders, I'm guessing, and they're going to get free parking anyways. But yeah, so parking's free if you're an annual pass holder, but it's, I believe it's around $50 a day to park at the resort, at the parks. And I think it's $25 a day to park your car at the resort itself.
Wow, that's crazy.
So, yeah, it's pretty high. Your best bet, honestly, is you're going to drive is to find a parking garage that charges a weekly rate that's cheap and get an Uber and just leave your car there and use the transportation system on property.
Well, isn't Disney Springs free though?
It is, but you can't leave a car there for 7 days.
Oh yeah. Good point.
So, and then somebody else said something else here too. Oh, Stacy wanted to know any idea why Disney Plus dropped some of the avatars. I'm guessing, Stacy, that it's number one, either a glitch and they will be added back, or number two, they ran into some kind of controversy with maybe the licensing. So I'll see if I can do some research and find that out for you. When you're on property, it's easy to get a McRib. So Jonathan, there is a McDonald's right next to All Stars, and they do have the McRib when it's McRib season. I think not all McDonald's have them, but I think we looked that up the other night and it was there. Welcome in Meg with Mickey's Magic.
Meg, what's up? Are you home safe?
Jonathan Chong says, "Shh, Dave's sleeping."
I'm napping.
Meg, are you home?
Oh, Dreamer Deborah says that the parking is different whether you're at value, moderate, or deluxe. I didn't know it changed in price.
Oh, okay.
One more time.
Depending on what a value, a moderate, and a deluxe resorts, the parking fees are different at each of those resorts.
Yeah, they are. It's expensive as all get out at a deluxe. It's reasonable at a value, and in between is what it is.
I think the $25
It's like
a night
12.
is
It's like
value.
12 and then 18.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it only 12? Here, I'll find out.
It's 12 a night at value, but I want to say it's like 18 or 19 at Disney Springs. I'm sorry. Deluxe resorts.
So value resorts are $13 a night, moderate resorts are $19, and deluxe are $24 a night. So, and then valet.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, valet parking is $33 a night. So it's up to $24 a night. Not every one of them's that high.
Right.
Okay, Dave, you're tired.
And DVC, I think parks are free.
DVC, I believe you get free as well.
Yeah.
But
and I'm a DVC member and an annual pass holder.
Yeah, buddy. So it's a win-win.
Yes.
Well, I think plan was to go about an hour and a half tonight, just to give you guys some somewhat information.
I'm sorry to disappoint anybody that wants a McRib run. I can't do it on Commander. It just get really old. So we'll get there.
We got some very fun stuff coming up.
Yes.
And we wanted to keep it low key again. Zip's sick. Most of us here have some kind of cold and stuff, so it's been a tough week for all of us. So we wanted to keep it somewhat low key, provide a little bit of information. But super pumped that you guys all hung out with us and stuck it out, and hopefully got some kind of information through it. And want to thank Dean from the live place. Amazing dude, always just promotes the heck out of us and everybody who streams, and it's just been an amazing journey with Dean. He does a great job. Steve,
real quick, we have some people in the chat that want to say some stuff. And
so
Stacy said she thinks DVC is only free overnight parking at your home resort. I don't know, so that might or may not be thing. Mike Wheeler says, Steve, correct me if I'm wrong, but if you stay at a Good Neighbor hotel, you do not get the magic bands, and that you have to do your tickets separately. I don't know that either, Mike. I apologize. I've not stayed on property or off property.
That's true.
That is true, Dave says.
You can't do a package off property. So you got to buy everything individually.
Yeah.
Meg wants to know where Dave's Christmas tree is, because I've got one.
Dave is actually, as you can see, is currently in a hotel. He's traveling on business, so he was nice enough to also be able to jump in tonight because he had a busy week too. So
yeah.
But thank you, Stacey, for posting the links to the live play Streamers Empire. That's Dean. Awesome. Guys, go check out our Spreadshirt. Again, today until Saturday, 20% off. Awesome stuff we just dropped. Yeah, we just dropped that stuff. We're super pumped about it for the Punch It Zippy. Zippy's really pumped about it too. But Josh from Triple P did a great job doing that for us.
Didn't Corey yell that out while we were on Smuggler's Run?
He did.
That was kind of some of our good friends came up with the with the assistance.
Yep. So it was good stuff. But guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight.
Orange Cone wants to know when the Snickerdoodle shirts are coming out.
So those are probably coming out soon too. But you got to keep an eye out for it.
We don't want to drop everything at one time. We're going to gradually over time keep releasing new products and sayings.
Yeah, that's the idea. Is we're gonna slowly release new products and things like that over time. Stuff we're very excited about. Got a lot of fun shows coming up very soon. So
for sure.
Meg wants to know where my McRib is. She's late to the party. Not tonight, Meg. Sorry. Two reasons, really. Number one, I'm on a diet. So McRibs are not good for the diet. Number two, I can't do it every day. Just not possible.
I like the Snickerdoodle.
Snickerdoodle.
So, Dave.
Snickerdoodle. Yo.
What do you got, buddy? Anything going on? Anything you want to throw out there? We got Zippy's podcast on Disfluencers podcast that you dropped this week. Anything else going on?
Not really. Need to edit some stuff, but podcast with this dude is out there too. Make sure you check out the Shep Family. Make sure you check out the Zippity Doo Dad Disfluencers podcast. Steve's will be out shortly. Got to get that finished, but then there will be the individual version of the whole Dis and That team on the Disfluencers podcast. So be awesome. Check it out on Apple or your favorite podcasting platform. Other than that, sorry I'm in a hotel. So sorry, it's not normal. I know. People like normal, and I should have a tree right here. So.
This was a tough week. It's a tough week. Doing sicknesses and work and travel. It happens though.
I had to work really late today too, so I was getting a little nervous, but
yep.
Then Amazing says, "Oh hey, story time. 10 years ago, we stayed off property on International Drive and had a view of the billboard promoting STD testing. It was an educational for the little ones." So, and
that's good.
Mike Wheeler says McGregor has 480 calories.
Steve, what do you got coming out, buddy?
Us. I'm just working really hard for what we got coming up. Working on the website and everything. I'm really proud of everything here that we're doing. I have a ton of videos to edit, but one day. And I want to thank Zip, who can't say bye to everybody too, because he's a little puny tonight. So get better, buddy. Yeah. Thanks to all the chat. We love you guys, especially when I know you guys get accustomed to us doing weird things. We like to provide information as well. And we try to still give it to you entertainingly, whether we're dressing up a costume or not. So thank you guys every week for coming out. We get a ton of you. We love you guys so much. And we just couldn't be more happy to have you guys and your support for that we get every week. Mods, please once again post the Dis and That channel starting January 1st again. We will only be on the Dis and That channel streaming. We will still have our individual channels that we do our own stuff on, but we're going to start releasing vlogs and streaming solely on the Dis and That channel. And also our website will drop January 1st as well. So just make sure you don't miss any of that stuff. So other than that, Shep, thanks, buddy, as always.
Yeah, I'm super excited about the first of the year between the website and streaming on D&T. I'm currently working on one of our first vlogs that we're going to drop on the channel. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's from our trip in August. So I've been working hard on that, trying to get it perfect so that it's kind of got a good, it'll probably be 2 parts. Try to fit it all. Can't fit it all into one. I'll probably do it in 2 parts. It is a little choppy because as ambitious as I was to get everything on film, on camera, it didn't quite work out that way. We were having so much fun and things just were, it was just such a good time. It was tough to bust out the camera for some of the good stuff. So
with the intentions of doing nothing, vlogging 100%.
Oh yeah, like I had like literally, it was ingrained in my head before I left. Was like I'm filming everything, and then I get home and I'm like I filmed nothing. I was like, what happened?
I wouldn't change anything that we did for the world. I can deal without the footage to be able to experience the times that we had. And Zip and Dave caught a lot of our trip on camera, so we'll just get it from there.
Yeah, we're piecemealing some stuff. But just going to give you guys an idea, and I think it's going to be pretty well represented through the first vlog that we drop, just to kind of basically give you an overall view of what we experienced together for our first time, because literally it was the first time we all got together, the 4 of us. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. I'm going to say probably not this week coming up, but maybe the week after. Maybe Thanksgiving week, somewhere around there. I'll have it all done and ready to go. But like I said, I'm trying to be very picky with it. I want to make sure it represents us and what we do and who we are. So,
and we have some other videos too, but we're not doing anything till that one drops.
Yeah. So, but again, thank you guys all so much for being here in the chat. Literally, it's so awesome seeing you guys all here. Hopefully we interact with you guys, and you guys see that, and hopefully we get a good vibe off each other, and we can kind of play with it a little bit, because we love seeing you guys interact with us. That's something that we always try to do is kind of play off what you guys give us, like sending Steve to get McRibs. We'll do better. We'll do better with that next time. But
and don't forget, next week we'll be on Zippity Doo Dad's channel, and so if you're not subscribed to him, make sure you get over there, and you're not going to want to miss that stream. So
no, that'll be a good one. So Zippity Doo Dad next week. It's going to be a lot of fun. Again, be on the lookout. January 1st, Disney channel. Go subscribe to Disney so that everybody's there on January 1st, because that's going to be an epic episode. Next week on Zip. Guys, we love you. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Stay on property.
Absolutely.
If you can. If not,
Snickerdoodle.
Stay off property. But in the meantime, hang out with us.
Bye,
guys.